Welcome to Yoga for Happy Feet and Healthy Feet. I think it's super important to make sure that our feet stay healthy, and a lot of times when our feet are injured, we kind of just allow them to sit still and we don't give them enough self-love, or we don't give them enough massage or even go get a massage. So there are some movements in yoga that we can do for safe feet to keep them healthy and strong so we can use them our whole lives. So you're gonna start seated in a simple seat. It doesn't matter how you're seated. Remember, you can always sit on a pillow if you would like to elevate your hips. So for me, I don't generally get foot cramps, but sometimes I get kind of weird sensations in the bottoms of my feet if I've run maybe on the outside of my foot versus putting enough weight through my entire foot. Or sometimes in yoga, you might notice that the ball of the foot starts to hurt, or even your arches if they're super high. So if you're an avid runner or any kind of other high intensity movement, you also might feel this. Those of us that haven't given us a lot of attention to our feet over the years, you also might notice that things feel really challenging at first, but the more that you do them, the easier they're gonna get. So you're gonna start with your right foot and make sure you don't have socks on, because you're gonna take your fingers and interlace them in between each finger. So it's almost like you're holding hands with your toes. So you have to get a little cozy. I'll kind of show you. It looks like that, okay? And then from there, what I want you to do is just kind of roll the foot, okay? Now, if you can't sit like this and you need to extend your bottom leg, that works too. But I want you just to roll through the top of the foot. So I'm making circles, allowing the circles to move in one direction, and then you're gonna gently move the circles in the second direction. And then maybe you kind of figure eight it, you go one way and then you go the other way, until you start to find the mobility in the ball on the top of the foot. Now I feel this a lot because I have bunions, so there's a great pull under my big toe, and it almost hits a point where it doesn't want to go anywhere, but thankfully I'm moving it on its own. On your next breath, you're gonna simply take your foot, place it down, and just switch your feet. So again, that leg can extend so you can cross your ankle over, or if it's comfortable, I'm sitting in a pose called half lotus. You're gonna take your hand, left hand to your foot, and then again, once the fingers and toes connect, which again is helping me spread my toes, then I'm gonna start my circles. And if you're really weirded out right now and you don't understand why we're doing this, it's going to feel good eventually, I promise. So again, take your circles. And then reverse your circles. And your toes might crack, they might pop, and your feet could cramp. So just make sure you listen to your body. Good, figure eight those circles, whatever feels good. And then from there, we're gonna take the bottoms of our feet together. So if it's hard for you to sit, make sure you're sitting up on a block, a bolster, or a pillow here, so that way your pelvis is forward. This is a pose called bound angle. We're gonna take our thumbs and we're gonna draw a line from the heel arch of our foot, through the arch of our foot, all the way up towards the back of our bunion region, if you have one, and then into your big toe. So again, thumbs, press down and drag. So push into your feet a lot, all the way up, and then relax. Now you continue that motion where you're kind of pushing, or you can knead, all right? And you can use your thumbs to gently massage all the way up and then all the way back. And this kind of just starts to wake up the feet a little bit more. So now you're giving a little bit of attention to the arch region of the foot, towards the heel, and then all the way up to the big toe. Now I find that towards the middle of my foot, there's a good bit of tension, so that's where I might hold a kind of a pressure point. So I might press a little bit more and then really feel the sensation, and then hopefully it releases. Now you can do this same thing on a ball. So if you're seated or standing, you can take the bottom of your foot and you can roll the ball under your foot while you're standing, and that will kind of give the same sensation to the bottom of the foot. So now we've taken our hands, we've interlaced them between each toe, we move them around, we massage the bottoms of our feet, okay? So maybe your feet feel awake, maybe they don't. If you want more attention in one of those, feel free to pause the video at any time as well, and then move on when you're ready. From here, we're gonna transition ourselves to our knees. I'm gonna face the side so you can see my feet, and we're gonna take the top of our feet down, bring our feet together so that our heels touch. Now, step one is right here, meaning that you might feel something right away, not only in your feet, but your knees. Step two, I'm gonna try to push my butt back. Now notice I can't sit. If I do sit, my heels separate. So keep my heels together, pause my tailbone, and then try to bring some weight up to my thighs. So right now I'm feeling a lot of pressure in the top of my feet. So I'm gonna stay there for 3, try to keep my heels together for 2, and then all I have to do is come forward. Good, give that one more try. So you're just gonna kind of come up, tops of your feet. Again, watch when I sit back, my heels drop out. So try to keep them together. Lots of sensation. And then bring the hands forward. From there, you're gonna curl your toes. Same concept, heels touch. I'm gonna be able to sit back more, but it's gonna apply a lot more pressure. So when I come up, I greatly feel the bottom of my foot pulling. Some of you are gonna be stuck here, some of you are gonna be stuck here, and some of you are going to be yelling foot cramp at me, okay? So listen to your body. Stay here for 3 wherever you can. 2, and then very gently come forward, untuck, and then release. Let the heels separate so you can rest the feet. Good. Now just notice the sensation top and bottom. We're gonna do the toe curl one more time, so come forward. Curl the toes, press the heels together, walk the hands up. Maybe you can go further, so this time I think I'm going a little bit further, and this is my stopping point. Still don't have all the weight from my glutes to my heels yet for 3, 2, don't fall forward, just release. Good. Last little love for our feet. We're gonna take our right foot and stack it over our left foot. Now I'm gonna flex my foot into the top of my foot to apply pressure. As I flex my foot into the top of it, I'm gonna sit down into my heels so it almost feels like I'm foam rolling the bottom of my foot, and then gently come up. And then right here, I feel this great pressure in the bottom of one of my feet. And it doesn't feel awesome, but it's enough sensation to where I feel like it's doing something. I'm gonna take one more breath. Again, some of you might still have your hands on the ground, and I'm gonna gently release. So that massage the arch of my foot. From there, I'm gonna switch sides. Opposite foot on top, sit back. Again, notice the sensation. This side is much less for me, so I can sit all the way up, and then relax. And just notice as one foot presses on top of the other, how you start to feel on the bottoms of your feet. One more big breath. If you're not all the way seated, that's okay. Come forward, and then release your feet all together. So remember, try to give your feet some love, especially after a hard workout, or multiple times a week, and I hope they start to feel better soon. Make sure you wash your hands when you're done. Thanks, guys.